My daughter Carly was groomed online by an online predator posing as a young boy. He was operating over 200 fake profiles online to lure young people. Unfortunately, he convinced my daughter to meet with him alone in the promise that she would meet the young boy he'd posed as, and there he brutally murdered her. In that moment, my world fell to pieces. Every part of myself dissolved. My ego, conditioning, every part of me was left bare. In that trauma, I was offered every drug imaginable, both legal and illegal. But something happened to me in that groundless grief, with nothing left to defend. I was left in a very pure state. And in that pure state, I had such a sense of clarity. I knew that if I touched even one of those drugs, that I would lose my connection to my daughter, but most importantly, I would lose my connection to self. So what did I do? I sat in that trauma, and I literally thought I was going to die. But nevertheless, I faced it, I sat in it, and then something remarkable happened. Something deep within ignited. I was connected to the most extraordinary strength. It was like, doof. And as that feeling came over me and grew, I suddenly realised everything we need already exists within us. We are constantly searching for happiness, for the answers outside of ourselves, in others, in other things, but actually every single thing we need already exists right here. So in that space, in that clarity, in that focus, I sat and thought, what am I going to do? How can I prevent what happened to Carly from happening to another innocent young person in the future? And thus was born the Carly Ryan Foundation. And off I went with a clear focus of what needed to change. Education, awareness, law reform. So once we started out on this journey, I think the most important thing that I've done so far is passing federal law. So police could not arrest a criminal until after they had harmed a child. Then it's too late. So what tools can I give police to enable them to arrest before a criminal was able to harm a child? So in 2017, Carly's Law was passed federally or as Commonwealth law, and it enables police to intervene in any preparation to harm a child under the age of 16. I then went on to pass state law here in South Australia, which is a tighter version of the federal Carly's Law. That has again enabled police to basically step in before that child is actually physically harmed. From here, I want to see education for young people that actually works, that they actually need. I want to see people being given the skills to build resilience, emotional intelligence, critical thinking skills, connecting people back to self, reconnecting humanity. I am living proof that love exist beyond death. I am living proof that there is hope for people who are suffering. And I'm living proof that everything we need already exists within ourselves. She is the love and light behind everything I do. And I really hope that you can all feel that today. And essentially, you know, I am living proof that there is love that exists beyond death. If one is able to connect to that level of love, if one is able to connect to self, if one is able to connect to their true nature, then literally anything is possible. Thank you.